Hi, I'm Ian Lyngklip, the Consumer Insider. I'm a consumer protection attorney from Southfield, Michigan, and for 25 years I've been representing consumers in their disputes with car dealers, debt collectors, and credit reporting agencies. Each week I bring you the inside scoop on how it is that businesses use illegal tactics to bully and cheat consumers. With a little luck, we're going to teach you about these scams, and we're going to teach you how to fight back, resist, and be heard by these businesses. So today I want to talk to you about what happens and what you should do if you find yourself in the middle of a repossession. Now, as background, most repossession agents do not want to see a consumer in the middle of a repossession. They don't want that consumer anywhere near their car or them, because they know that in repossessions, chances are pretty good that if a consumer is there, there's going to be words, and if there's going to be words, there's also going to be a chance of violence. And nobody wants that, least of all these repossession agents. So they're going to be looking for that vehicle in a place and at a time when the consumer is far away. So they may follow the consumer out to a mall, to work. They may wait until the consumer's at home and all the lights are out and they're asleep. But they're going to want to find that vehicle separated from the consumer, and they're going to hook it up and take it away in the middle of the night without the consumer ever knowing. Now, with that in mind, there are certainly plenty of times when a repossession agent cannot find that vehicle alone and separated from the consumer, or they may need the consumer's help to get the vehicle because the vehicle is in a locked yard, it's in a garage, maybe it is parked into the back of a driveway. Whatever reason it is, that repossession agent is going to need the help of the consumer, and sometimes if that happens, they're even going to ask you for the keys so they can drive that car away. In any event, if you are the consumer who finds yourself face to face with a repossession agent, you need to know what to do in order to make sure that your rights are protected and that you don't make the situation any worse than it already is. So we're going to talk about that today. So rule number one for everybody who sees a repossession agent is keep calm, cool, and collected. Super important that you be polite, that you be truthful, and that you be calm whenever you're addressing the repossession agent, or if the police are there, the police as well. You want to be the person who is the calm person in the situation. And if tempers flare for some reason and that repossession agent wants to get into it, don't do it. You want to back down, you want to stand off, and make sure that you are the person, the voice of calm in this situation, so that you don't run the risk of escalating that situation. Some instances, these repossession agents are armed, or they will have arms in the vehicles with them, and if so, you do not want to risk your life or risk violence over a car. So that's the first thing. Second thing, once that repossession starts, if you have a smartphone handy, or if you have a friend or a relative or a neighbor who's handy with a smartphone, you want to start those cameras. We've seen this time and time again over the past couple of years, how it is that bystanders or participants who have smartphones rolling with tape are able to shine a real light on what it is that police officers are doing when they are having interactions with citizens. And sometimes we're shocked to find out what it is that they're actually doing. But whatever it is that happens to that repossession, you don't want there to be dispute over what happens. That camera, that audio recording is gonna preserve this evidence for you, and you want that. So make sure that you get those cameras rolling and that you have somebody who's there, if at all possible, to take the video clip of the repossession agent as they're taking the vehicle and as they're having interactions with you. Next, call the police. If you feel as though that repossession is spiraling out of control and they are not leaving after you've asked them to leave, you want to make sure that the police are on standby, that they are there. Don't be surprised if the police already know that there's a repossession in progress, because most repossession agents will notify the police before they come out to your house to take the vehicle. So the police will know that there's a repossession in progress, and when they come out, you can expect that they may know. But whatever else happens, once the police are on the scene, their job is to make sure that they're maintaining the peace, making sure that there's no violence or risk of violence breaking out. And since it's your property and you're there, if you are there and you are resisting this, their job should be to tell that repossession agent to go away and try another time. The repossession agent is only allowed to take possession of that vehicle if they can do so without breaching the peace. And by definition, once the police are called, that peace has been breached and they have to go away and try another day. So, what next? Object. Tell the repossession agent, and if the police are there, tell the police that you object to this repossession, that you do not consent to it, and that will be the end of that repossession agent's lawful right to take that vehicle back from you. Once you've objected to the repossession, anything further that they do is in breach of the peace and therefore illegal. So you want to object to the repo, and they'll have to go away and try another time. If they still don't go away, if they are unwilling to stop that repossession at that point, you can certainly tell them they are trespassing. If they are on your private property, on your driveway, on your lawn, at your doorstep, near your garage, in your yard, whatever, you have the absolute right to tell people that they are not welcome on your property. And if they continue to do so, continue to stay on your property, whether to repossess it or not, if they continue to do so, they are doing so against your will, and they are doing it with no lawful right, making it effectively a criminal trespass. Once you have told the repossession agent to leave your property, they must do so. And if they do not, again, they are in violation of that rule against the breach of peace. And then finally, if you are unable to stop them from taking your car, ask for your personal belongings from the vehicle. Many of the people who show up at our office with repossession cases have tried to reclaim their personal items from their vehicle after the repossession, only to find that repossession company is refusing to turn them over unless you sign a release. They are also, in some instances, just simply throwing your stuff away or taking it themselves. This is illegal. You want to make sure that you ask for your things at the time of the repossession, and you want to identify the specific things that you want to take out of that vehicle for them so they know that they have them, and also so that if you have that camera rolling, you've made a record of the fact that they've taken possession of those things, so that when after the repossession you go back to ask for them again, if they claim there was nothing there, you've identified for them the things that are in the car at the time of the repossession. And if they refuse to let you have those, then you have a right to seek a remedy for that. So those are the top things that you need to do if you get caught in the middle of a repossession. I have additional resources available for you if you have a repossession issue on my website. They are free. You do not have to pay for them. You do not have to click or give me an email address. Just go to my website at consumerlawyers.com. There you will find a demand letter to ask for return of your personal items. You will also find there a demand letter to seek return of your vehicle, and you'll also see a letter there asking for an account statement, an account history for the payments on the vehicle. We have other resources available for you for free on the website, including requests for your consumer reports, criminal background checks, requests to opt out of the pre-screened offers, which is the junk mail that comes to your house, and to register for the Do Not Call registry so that you don't get those robocalls in the middle of the day on your home phone. Those resources are all available for free. And remember this, your consumer rights are yours only as long as you have them. You've got to use them or lose them. Every day businesses are in Congress sending their lobbyists to take away your rights and cut back on the remedies that you have available to you. Make sure that you use your rights and that you exercise them. And if this video helped you to understand those rights, pay it forward. Give a link to somebody who needs this video. Hit the like button below. Write us a review. But remember, we're here only as long as you continue to hit the like button. So that's it for today. I'm Ian Lyngklip, the Consumer Insider. You can find me on the web at www.consumerlawyers.com. You can find me on Twitter at MIConsumerLaw and on Facebook at Michigan Consumer Law Center. If you have a question for me or if you'd like me to talk about something on this podcast, you can write to me at podcast@consumerlawyers.com, and I'll do my best to work up a video for you or find you an answer to the question someplace else. Thanks much for today. I'm Ian Lyngklip. That's all.